Hey everyone, happy Wednesday, and thank you so much for joining in on another episode of me. I think we're up to episode 4 now, and today's topic is going to be all about seeing the bigger picture. But first, I want to quick give you guys another thank you for all the support and feedback that I've had from all of you. This has been a blast to do. I'm getting so many fun suggestions. Definitely some great feedback on starting a Facebook group where we just hype each other up in our careers and motivate each other and just see what we can do together. Really happy about that and have some more fun projects that I'm going to be talking about at the end of this video. So stay tuned for that. But let's jump right into the topic today. So, again, seeing the bigger picture. I think this is a very important thing. I think it's something that people tend to, I guess, not really pay attention to. They think that, whether it's because management doesn't treat them right or they think that they're not heard or it's just kind of hard to grasp. But I was reading a book recently called Indispensable by Joe Calloway. I highly recommend this book. It changed my life, not only from how I work with my customers, but also my standards on when I go out places. Just seeing the way that you're treated and how things should be handled, and the way that I treat my customers, and the little things you can do that makes a difference. It just taught me a whole bunch of life lessons. And it really just got me thinking, and I wanted to make a video on this. A couple of lessons that it taught in the book were one of them was a barista from Starbucks. Joe Calloway, the author, went into a Starbucks during a convention that he was holding. And I know it's typical for the barista to ask your name when you go there and order a drink, but she did it more in a way like, hey, my name is blank, what's yours? And got made like friendships. And that little difference had everybody smiling and talking. And her goal was to make friends with every customer. And it brought people specifically back to her. Another example used in the book was he had a home maintenance guy come through doing some work on around the house and on, I think it was on his windows, and realized that there was a little girl sleeping, and he started to be really quiet, closed the doors really softly, whispered when he talked with Joe about what he had to work on. And it was that little whispering, something that most people don't think to do, and that they took this to an extra step. Those little things, it's seeing the bigger picture of the company, what your purpose is, the difference that you're making. And the reason this is so huge is those little things make a difference. No matter where you are in a company, if you go above and beyond, it's going to be recognized someday or somehow. It is eventually going to help you in the future. But seeing the bigger picture of your company, and whether you're in retail and food service or even a little bit higher up on the chain as a district manager, regional manager, in sales, it doesn't matter. Just seeing the bigger picture of what your company is trying to go for, what the ultimate goal is, and understanding why your role is so important is huge. And even if it doesn't directly help you out there, maybe you're not in a company that gives you the support that you need or want. So even if it doesn't help you out there, it's going to advance you in the future. It's going to build such a better mindset for you. It's going to be great for reference points. And plus, you never know who's watching. Back when I managed GNC, I had an employee from Oakley who was so great of an employee that I literally asked him to come and work for me. Same when I ran 7 Cents, a CBD store. There was a manager at FYE. Every time I went in there, she just completely killed it with the way she talked to customers and handled everything. Always saw her moving. And I one day walked in and said, "Hey, I want you to come work for me." And she did and was one of my best employees. So even if you don't think you're at the company you want to be at or where you want, or your company doesn't give you the support that you need, being able to see the bigger picture and go above and beyond, you never know where that's going to take you, what it's going to lead into, or who's watching. The way I like to think about it is think about everyone you interact with as a reference. Even though that's not going to actually happen, you have to think of it that way because you never know the opportunities, the networking, if someone's going to give you a review. I've made it more of a habit to give reviews on people that have given me awesome service to get them recognized. You don't know who's going to be doing that for you, and you also don't know who's going to give you a bad review and prevent you from moving anywhere. So it's always important to think of this. I remember one thing that people always ask me why I'm such a hard worker and why I always work late and try so hard. It really, I got to thank my dad for this one. When I was a little kid shoveling driveways, I remember him telling me people are giving you their money to do this job. Don't just get kind of a layer of snow off the driveway in the winter or make it look good enough and still like you flip the shovel around, you scrape the ice off, you get the sidewalk, you get the walkways, you make it look like summer in their driveway. Like not you can't see snow anywhere on that cement. That stuck with me. I don't know why. It was one of those things that stuck with me my entire life. And I remember my first job that I got, well, first not under the table farm work was in a factory called Notions. I was in high school, a teenager, and as soon as I got the job, my dad had to talk with me about this is the start of your resume. This is what's going to build your future. And again, that really stuck with me. And I can't thank my dad enough for the lessons he's taught me, for the morals he's given me, and how to just look at the bigger picture in that way. Because it's true. I've had jobs come along because of being a harder worker and somebody noticing it and offering me a better job. I've had so much network experience, and also you learn from everywhere you go. If you really try, you can take something from every job. I told you guys in the beginning of my first podcast how I went to school for music and I was a punk rock musician and did sound and lights and worked in studios. And now I'm here working in home office with the owner, working in sales, wholesale, coming up with processes and procedures. And again, people always ask me where I learned my management style. Even though I didn't pursue music, I actually learned my whole management training through music school. Everything I know about managing came from music. So I've really learned to not only realize that every job that I have is building my future, but I've also learned to take something from everywhere I've been because you can learn. And again, I know it's really easy to get discouraged if you're not in the right spot. You don't feel like it's going to make a difference or there's no promotion available, but you're being recognized somewhere by somebody. Your numbers are coming through. People will give you reviews, and you just never know where it's going to take you. One of our employees here, his name's Brendan, really great guy. I love him. He's one of my coworkers. He worked for Jimmy John's delivering subs, and he would bring sample subs here all the time. And his personality was so upbeat and so excited, and he was so great with people. They ended up offering him a job here, and he took it. So those are the types of things you never know, and plus make a difference for people. People are stressed out. They're treated bad everywhere they go shopping. People are rude, snappy, short. Be the one that gives them a good story, a good experience to come home to. So I just want to, get this message across, make sure, to kind of get this out. It's a huge thing that if you want to grow and develop yourself, if you really want to move up, you cannot come to work with a bad attitude and just be an okay employee. No matter where you are, give it your all. And if you can't handle it there, then move somewhere else where you can. But don't hold your future back by not giving everything that you have. It's only going to hold you back. So make sure to look at the bigger picture, see what your company is going for. I highly recommend reading the book Indispensable. It's really going to put this mindset in your head and help you understand the decisions your company is making and why they're making those decisions. So definitely go check that book out. It's about all I have on this topic for today. One thing I want to bring up with you guys is kind of some exciting things. I'm working with one of my customers. His name is Calvin from Hempfinity. It's a store in Alabama. It's a This guy. If you want to know about customer service, you got to talk to Calvin. He takes care of his customers like you would not believe, especially when it comes to CBD and recommendations. And he legitimately cares. Him and I are going to be working together. I'm going to do a little interview with him, but we were talking today about doing a series of just growth and development and the importance of everything. So I'd love to get that going. And to any of my other customers, if it's anything you want to hop on with me and do one of our own, let me know. I'm totally down for it, actually excited and hope for it. So thank you guys again. I hope this was a great message. Please, I hate to be the one to ask this, but if you could like, comment, share, it really does help out. At least like it if you can. It's going to help it show up in more places. So thank you guys again. Really excited to work with all of you some more and get this content going. Until then, hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you next week, Wednesday.